Yeah, you should have 16 strings, right? You should have 16 strings over here. I hope this is, I didn't count. Now, here, there are 4 extra long strings. Those are what we call the shamash. We use them for the shamash, right? So we take, right here are 4 long. You'll see that they're much longer than the other ones, right? You put them over here. Then you take this here. Now you take one long one, like this, and 3 regular ones. 3 regular. Put them all at the end. Make sure that they're all even at the end, because you don't want that, if you can, it's very difficult to do. We want to try to make it that they should come out at the end even. Right? We come out at the end even. Then you're going to take all 4 strings. Make sure that they're even at the end.
Does shamash have to be in a special place?
No, not at all. And you say, before you start doing anything, L'Shem Mitzvat Tzitzit. Now you take it and you put it through the holy hole, right? You put it through the hole, like this. Put it through the hole.
Why don't you just give him yours?
It has strings on it too.
Right? Radically, we're going to do it Lo L'Shem Mitzvah. Right? You take this, you put it through, and again, the hardest thing is to try to make sure that it keeps even. And you have to remember that if you're pulling on one and not on the other, right, they're stretchy, right? If you pull on one and not on the other, it's not going to come out even. So you do like this, right? Now, the main thing again is you have to remember that it's going to be on the side. When we're going to make the knot, right, it's going to be on the side of the tzitzit. You see here, like on mine? Shelo yu tuluim ala keren. They shouldn't be going straight down, right? They should always be on the side. The only way to make it that it's going to stay on the side is if we tie it tight, right? Like you see mine over here is tied tight, and that's what keeps it over here. So now we tie it. Now, no matter what you do, it's going to move, right? When you tie it, it's going to move. So you're going to check it one more time after you tie it. Now, each time, remember, whatever you're using to go around is going to be used more. So it's going to become shorter at the end. So instead of it becoming shorter, what you're going to do is one time go around with that side, and the second time, when you're making the second knot, go around with the other one. Each time we make 2 knots, right? So you do one time with this one and one time with that one. Now, here I wasn't so careful, but you look again afterwards, and you already see that we're not doing so great. But, yeah, but pretty close. You see, it's still pretty close. Now, this is the next thing that we're about to do is most important, one of the most important things, otherwise it's going to really mess you up in future halachot. And that is, you go ahead and you take the side that doesn't have the shamash, and you make what we call a slip knot, like this. Right? Why are we doing this? So we should know which 4 are this side and which 4 are this side. If they get mixed up, it's going to make you problems later on. When if chas v'shalom something will get cut, it'll mess you up a little bit later on. So therefore, we take that and we do like that. Now, we Sfaradim make knots. There are 2 different minhagim in how to do in how many knots it is. No, I'm sorry, how many times you go around. What we call krichot, right? But the idea is the same. The Moroccans, the North Africans, on the Talit Katan do Yud Ke Vav Ke, which means 10, 5, 6, 5. For those of us who don't know math, that adds up to 26, right? And the Middle Easterns, more of the Middle Easterns do what we call Havaya Echad, Shem and Shem Echad, which adds up to 39, and they're going to do 7, 8, 11, 13. Right? They make the shamash long enough for 7, 8, 11, 13, and that's why if you're going to be doing, especially the Moroccan way of 26, your shamash is still going to be much longer than the other ones. Okay? So now you take the shamash, And basically, this is what we call, at least when I was a kid, 95 years ago, they called this the cobra stitch. Yeah, you take this, and right, you see, put it underneath, and you pull it here to go through.
And that's when it's cobra stitch.
And that's called the cobra stitch. Now what's going to happen is, if you keep on doing this, and you keep on doing it tight, right, it's going to look like a barrel. I don't know what you guys call it. A barrel or a cobra stitch.
What do you do again?
Again, I'm going to do it again. Watch. Here. What we're basically doing, if I would be doing it really slow, I'd go like this, take it at the end, right, and go like this, and go all the way through. But we don't want to do that. That takes too long, right? So what we do is like this, and then you pull like this. Right? That goes much faster. Now you're going to see how you just do it fast. See?
How many times was that? That's 3.
This is the third one, right? Okay, that's the basic idea. Now you already see, I'm not going to continue here, but you see how it's making the barrel. Like you see here, what happens? If you do it right, it goes around. And you see what happens it just continues going around. And then, after you do whatever it is, 7 or Yud, either if you do like the Middle Eastern way, you do 7, then again you do 2 knots. Or 10 and 2 knots. Each time you do whatever, after you do the krichot, you do the tying around, you do 2 knots. So you're going to end up with having 5 sets of 2 knots. 2 knots before you started, and then 2 knots after the first one, after the second, after the third, after
What
the
were
fourth.
they again? 7?
7, 8, 11, 13, or 10, 5, 6, 5.
Okay.
Now, make sure that you keep this like this the whole time until you're totally finished, until you finished your last knots. Then you can open it up, and now you'll have
What do you mean by knots again? Just can you show one more knot again?
the double knot.
Yeah, can you show one?
Right, you just take this like this, right? So now, for example, I really don't know which one is which,
Yeah.
right? But I basically do in this case. But you go like this, you go through one,
It's just a normal knot.
yeah,
Okay, fine.
and then you go through the other side.
And you do that twice.
You switch off each time with the...
Yeah. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
All rights reserved.